We used our GPT to plan our go-to-market campaign. We let it choose what we post, where we post it, and when we post. Some of it worked, some of it flopped. We also got banned on Reddit. I'm Alex West, and this is week 2 of building ADVYSOR.AI, our AI co-founder tool for startup planning in public. Here's what happened. The process for building the GTM campaign was that I gave ADVYSOR instructions to write a number of prompts for OpenAI's deep research to look into our TAM, SAM, and SOM, our monetization estimates, as well as estimates about cost to acquire customers. What all those prompts gave back was that we could hit between 200,000 and 500,000 people through organic outreach over the first 2 years. The average revenue per user would be between $32 and $47. Cost to acquire customers in the startup or business keywords for paid work could be $20 or $40 or more. With the revenue per user, that meant that most of that isn't going to be within our reach. We would need to design a campaign that cost us $0 to acquire customers. That meant that we need to focus things on founder vlogs like this one and outbound marketing, places where we could use ADVYSOR to give people advice in a way that created value and build our brand authority so that people would continue to come to us for that advice. Given that outbound marketing and a founder vlog was going to be our best choice, it told me what kind of content I should make and where I should post it. How did that go? I made the week 1 video. I had a bunch of places where I did what I wanted to do instead of what the AI told me to do, and then later it was worse because I did what I thought I should do. I blew the SEO. I put it in the blog category instead of the education category. I made it 10 minutes and 30 seconds because I didn't want to cut anything, and then people didn't finish the video. It told me to make a cold open, but it didn't explain cold opens well enough, so my cold open wasn't very good. I ended up having to fix the SEO, re-edit the video, and make a new cold open. This time, I'm listening more closely to the AI suggestions. We made posts on Facebook and LinkedIn and pulled in members of our networks who watched the video. We got a few subscribers that way. Then there were some things that flopped. I tried to make a indie hackers post. It turns out you need to post a bunch to get permissions to be able to post there, so that didn't work. So similarly, Hacker News, we tried to post there, and unless you have a bunch of people show up and interact with your post right away, it falls off the front page and is unfindable. A huge flop on our entrepreneur RideAlong. I made my post. Our company's name auto turns into a link. Our first post was banned for having an outbound link. I removed the outbound link, I posted it again. I mentioned our startups in it, and that also turns into a link. Got banned again. Remade the post, and then they banned it again for spamming. Now my account is hard banned in Entrepreneur RideAlong, which is ironic since the campaign was designed primarily around the existence of our Entrepreneur RideAlong. A couple big wins on our startups. There's a Feedback Friday where people post their startups and ask for feedback. So far, that's been a perfect place to use ADVYSOR to give other startup founders feedback that they're looking for. That's been really well received. I've gotten a lot of notes from other founders thanking me for the detailed advice that they got, and even a couple of them reached out to ask for a link to ADVYSOR. We also get to share ADVYSOR there, and people have also said, hey, that looks cool. I think we're going to do that every Friday from now on. Unexpected traction on Blue Sky. It seems like it's a really small, intimate community, and people have engaged us pretty well. I'm excited about doing more work there. Twitter, I have no idea whether that's working or not. I've been making posts. I don't really get much interaction, so I assume I'm shouting into the void, but the AI says to do it, so I'm going to keep on doing it. If you're curious about all this process, I made a couple of documents. One, I asked the AI to look through my process, analyze it, and give someone else instructions to do what I did. That's a Google Doc that is going to be shared in the descriptions and comments. Also, the posting calendar that was generated for me, I'm also going to post that so you can see what that looks like. While you're poking around those things, please subscribe. I will continue making useful content. You tell me what you want. I will try my best to share whatever I've learned with you. Going into next week, here are the things I'm going to continue iterating on. One is continuing to learn how to get people's interest on YouTube. We fixed the SEO, and we went from 4 impressions over 36 hours to 40 impressions in the next 8 hours, just by changing categories and peppering the description with keywords. What we need to stick now is keeping the video length short enough, having good cold opens, and then thumbnails. We really need to figure out what kind of thumbnail will get someone to click once they've had an impression. Right now our click-through rate is low. Other things that we're working on, scheduling all of these posts at the exact right time, at the exact right place was exhausting. Sometimes I had to wake up early to do it. Other times I ended up working on something and blew through the optimal post time. I asked the GPT to suggest a tool. It suggested that I use Publer. This upcoming week, I'm going to try and use Publer to schedule all of my posts. The third thing that I'm going to work on is I'm going to ask the GPT for strategies for engaging communities more in their idiom. I think in some cases, like that one subreddit, we approached it the wrong way, and I want to make sure that we're respecting those communities and engaging them correctly. That's where we are. Our current metrics are that we have had over 100 conversations using our proof of concept. 6 people have used it enough to be able to give a rating and chose to give one. The rating for our product is 4.8. Our goals going forward are to increase the number of conversations while maintaining the high rating. That's all I got this week. Subscribe if you have any questions. Post it in the comments. If there's any more documents you want, post in the comments what you want. Thanks for joining me. See you next week.